it's a miracle. So what I had to do is I had to do a RTMP custom, and I'll just show you in the browser. I use Vivaldi. So what I did is I copied this link, okay, because I'm running it. I have the app mobile, right? And now I can see that it's monitoring, and these are my stats, my analytics. Okay, so that's pretty good. And so currently we are streaming to 5 channels. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Periscope, and we're on play.google.com. So I highly suggest that you guys get this browser that I am in love with, which is called Vivaldi. And Vivaldi, it has a really nice feature, meaning that you can customize your bookmarks. It has a bookmark sidebar, and it has speed dial where you can, delete any of those and just create your own speed dial on the home page. So for example, let's get a new page, right? And I just want to speed dial play.google.com. So I'm just going to call this Play Store Online. Because I don't want to necessarily go to Google Play. Because Play Store Online is a lot better. So that's just the name of it, but I have to get the correct URL. So what I do is I search for play.google, which is actually one of my YouTube channels that we're streaming to right now, .com, go. And because we're in the desktop version, we should be getting the desktop store. Voila! Okay, so what I do is I highlight that. I want to copy that. Then I want to go back to my speed dial page, which is that one that we added there. See how it says, there it is. It added it for us. So I'll just call this again Play Store Online. Now the great thing about Vivaldi, which you can't really see because I'm using a tablet, but the desktop version is so organized, and you can see so much of your sidebar, like on the side, like this whole side of the screen, you can see your tabs. You could see extra drives. It has custom settings, blah blah blah, and it's just really cool. So right now I have Restream on speed dial. So let's look at the dashboard and see that it is online. So it's showing perfectly fine online on my cell device, but like on here, because it's the same device like we're on a Galaxy Tab E with 16 gigabytes of RAM. So on this device, it's showing like a flickering online if you see the green light. And the one thing Camerify Live, like I'm going to give them a 5-star, but they need to add a brush tool. So let me see if the menu, if they have a brush tool. They have a chatting feature. They have a mute feature, which is probably really nice. They have an overlay feature. So what would that overlay do? So my key is 2, which so you can overlay 5 URLs, which would coincide with the 5 URLs being my Facebook channel, my Twitch channel, one of my YouTube channels, my Periscope / Twitter channel, and one of my YouTube events. It's not even YouTube events, it's just another way to stream to a second YouTube channel. So, the apps we are using is Restream.io, and you can get that on any browser. Now, they do not have a mobile version of Restream.io, but with Restream.io, you can use Camerify Live. You can also use Mobizen Live. They just came out with a Mobizen for Samsung Live. Unfortunately, my device is not up to date. I believe it's for the OSQ and 10. So enough of that. So we know that we're online. So that's what we're seeing. Okay, so what can we see that's do I have any apps? This is the one user profile where I don't have any artistic apps. But I do have a really great file manager that I like to share with you. And if you guys don't already use S-Note, Samsung S-Note is the bomb. So before you get, to store, you get 5 stars for S-Note. Have to excuse me, I'm eating a peanut butter ice cream shake. So I just want to make a picture note. Right, so I'll just add some text real quick. Okay. Add a new page. Save it. Now, technically, you're supposed to be able to add a picture. But maybe because I'm using the old version of S-Note, it's not letting me add picture. Insert picture from gallery. Yep. And this is another way to make like portable PDFs. So say if you have a bunch of like screenshots or images building up and you just like want to get rid of them. Like I take a lot of screenshots because I beta test apps. So for example, these are all screenshots of browsers that I have to test. So I'll just take all of those except for that. Okay, done. See how that turns out. Now, I don't know how it's going to line it up, but let's just see how it lays it out. Because they are images. Now, remember, we are using a 16 gigabytes of RAM. So this is history log. My bad. Screenshots of apps I have to test. So it just basically the history all of my logins to Fox. And we don't want to save that, so we'll just do that. Note that I go to and I use, I recommend is this file manager right here. It's just called File Manager. And if you go to Play Store and you type in File Manager, you're going to see a whole bunch of file managers. I can't believe I'm streaming to 5. And technically, I'm not even supposed to be able to stream to YouTube because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So mobile streaming to YouTube was banned a half ago. But anyway, there's the app right there. You just type in File Manager. But they start to all look the same. But just to make sure you get the right one, I want you to see this icon. And it's this one right here. The very first one. The one that I just pressed. This one. Literally, you guys, this app is so easy to use. It's just amazing. So, for example, how I use it is I know exactly the most recent screenshots I took and where they're at. I know exactly how to get to my SD card and move files quick. I know how to back up my apps and make them to APKs and then transfer those APKs to the SD card. Then go back to the main storage and delete those APKs. So I have backups of all my apps. So let's just go to the 3-bar homepage. It's not like a total fancy to do file manager with all bells and whistles and colors, but it's very well organized, and you can hide and unhide files. You can analyze to see how much data and which apps are using more. You can customize the sort, ascending, descending, date, name, blah, 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 etc., etc. So let's just show you on my SD card how I have it organized. So in my DCM, I have my camera with a bunch of MP4s, and they're actually from a series from a crazy guy. Let's watch one of them. He's actually buck wild. He's an angry black man. His name is King Jives. Let's just watch him for a second. Just for the fun of it.
If I Jay Wilson, if I offended your ass, even up until now, if I did any fucking thing to you, because I'm saying this shit right now. If I
Okay, so he's crazy. Here's some more. I'll just play a little bit of each.
oh baby, I was on the live. I was on the live. I heard it all. You was praising the crowns. Yes, God, you was. You was praising the motherfucking crowns. They got a life. They don't care. They want to talk about Jesus. They don't live nothing by their motherfucking Bible. Period. Oh, speaking of this goddamn crown, I was like, oh my God, beautiful crown.
He's crazy. So let's get out of here. I don't want to watch those videos really. What I wanted to show you is how I have my apps organized in File Manager. So we'll just go to, well, in this particular SD card, I don't have it totally perfectly how I want it, but technically I would have an app folder with my backups. Let's see, what's my backup? I would have my apps, my APKs backed up. I would have my images, my GIFs, my PNGs, all my different file types organized in the DCIM folder. Then I would have my downloads. And most of these downloads I can just delete because I can re-download them again, except for some of the parallel space and parallel space light, because now they're charging you to use